Welcome, everyone, to WWTA News, where we look at crypto, finance, and economic news. I'm your host, EB, and thank you for joining us. Well, welcome back, everyone. We got a few news articles we're going to jump into this morning. First news article is Federal High Court of Nigeria approves Naira CBDC rollout. What is going on with this? Nigeria is rolling out a central bank digital currency. Well, it says here, the Nigerian Federal High Court joins the growing list of regulators across the globe to approve the rollout of a central bank digital currency as a legal tender, named Naira. Naira. I could be just tearing that up, but I believe it's Naira. The digital currency will be issued by the central bank and supported by a homegrown Naira wallet. Wow, this is hey, look, we've been talking about adoption for the last week, right? Here we've been talking about global adoption, United States adoption, and look at this. Now over in Africa, right? They are moving along no problem, getting their central bank digital currency, right, which is going to be legal tender, and it's supported. Okay, they've got a wallet for it. We've had this conversation, but this is just more adoption. Thank you, quote unquote, Africa, for joining in to help bring this adoption. I said it before. You know, October, November, and December, a lot of good things are going to come out of these next 3 months, in my opinion, based on all this news. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I certainly am not. Nigeria's central bank digital currency issuance approval was revealed in a federal court hearing held on October 2nd, led by Justice Taiwo Abayomi Taiwo, according to a report by Voice of Nigeria. The official Naira website says that the digital version of the Nigerian Naira will be made available universally, stating anybody can hold it. Do you know why? Does anybody know why anybody can hold it? That's right. As a cryptocurrency, there is no boundaries. It's on the blockchain. It's on the exchanges, okay? You can be right here in the United States and you can be exchanging one currency for that one. You planning on taking a trip over there? Hey, go ahead and swap up some currency now. Hey, you don't have to get off the airplane and go into whatever it is to exchange that US out for the native currency of the land. You can do this through the exchange. Look at how easy this is going to just take hold, because boom, it's just that simple. A recent Cointelegraph report shows that Kenya, South Africa, Nigeria, and Tanzania have seen the highest crypto adoption among the African nations, resulting in a 1,200% market growth between July 2020 and June 2021. Wow, magnificent. Again, you know, you've got Kenya, South Africa, Nigeria, and Tanzania on board. All right, so expect to see great things coming out of the crypto space, because full steam. All right, adoption. Supporting data from chain analysis suggests that peer-to-peer platforms, banking restrictions, and fear of inflation have contributed to the growing market in Africa. As a result, the region continues to attract investments, with the largest leading to a $15 million Series A funding for Yellow Card crypto exchange. All right. So we can see there they list the reasons that peer-to-peer platform makes money movement super easy. There's no banking restrictions. We know what private banks can do. No need to get into that. And that fear of their money inflating and losing its value, well, hey, right? That's all nipped in the butt this way. All right, so our next story. All right. Janet Yellen lends support for effort to remove the debt ceiling altogether. What is she thinking, huh? With the potential default looming for the U.S. in October, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said Thursday, she would just as soon see the power over debt limits taken away from Congress. Okay. She didn't want to see them have that power. Okay. A bill introduced in May would repeal the national debt ceiling. And Yellen said, yes, I would, when asked during a House hearing if she backs the effort. So yeah, she's really feeling like Congress doesn't need that power and ability. She noted that Congress makes the decisions on taxes and spending and should provide the ability to pay those obligations. Right. And let's just say that makes sense. Okay. You want to make decisions on how you're going to spend money. But when it comes to paying that debt back, and let's be honest, the United States is seriously in debt. And I'm not just talking about government. I'm talking about government, small business, big business, and especially citizens. Citizens are the highest holders of debt. So before we get to jumping down Congress' throat, you citizens need to think about it. Well, we're all technically citizens here in the United States, but you need to think about what role you play in the national debt, because that's not talked about often. It's like people just skip over that. But let's continue. If to finance those spending and tax decisions, it's necessary to issue additional debt. I believe it's very disruptive to put the president and myself, the Treasury Secretary, in a situation where we might be unable to pay the bills that result from those past decisions, she said in response to a question. Okay, so Janet Yellen's basically making sense. I don't know why people don't get how this works. Again, you get a credit card, you spend, you don't pay it, or you pay the very minimum. Okay, you've maxed out your credit card, you go get another credit card, you spend, you pay a very little bit. And sometimes people try to file bankruptcy and then try to do it all over again, right? Or get on somebody else's credit and ride that to get their credit score to come up. So people have ways of essentially working the system to get what they want out of it. But the problem with that is you still have incurred a debt that has not been paid off. So what is Janet Yellen saying? Let's not do that. Let's pay our debt. Let's pay our bills. Next story. Food stamp benefits to increase by largest amount in history starting October 1st. Wait a minute. Richmond, Virginia, starting October 1st, the average benefits for food stamps, officially known as the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, will increase for recipients across the Commonwealth. The permanent increase in benefits is the largest single increase in the program's history. The average benefit for food stamps will rise more than 25% above pre-pandemic levels. Wow. So, looking there as the economy, right? We just got done reading an article about money being spent and the debt ceiling not automatically being lifted. You can see here again, we're spending, not paying. So Janet Yellen's point is getting validated the more we just look around, right? So, more money. I mean, if you're collecting SNAP, hey, the be on the lookout. There's an increase as of October 1st, so you'll see your increase there. And of course, we got to make sure people eat. So let's not even look at that crazy. Let's just accept the fact that people have to eat. Okay, that's nutrition. That's how you're going to live, and then you can make decisions as you're alive, you're healthy, and you can be a part of the quote unquote economy and do your part. But let's continue. Billionaires and world leaders, including Putin and King Abdullah, stashed vast amounts of money in secretive offshore systems, leaked documents find. Wait a minute, leaked documents. Whoo, insider? It was an inside job. Right, they're leaked. Okay, dozens of current and former world leaders, billionaires, rock stars, and government officials have stashed billions of dollars in secret offshore accounts, according to an investigation conducted by the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists. The trove of documents, called the Pandora Papers, is a collection of nearly 12 million financial records that detailed the existence of over 29,000 offshore accounts. The Washington Post, The Guardian, the BBC, and other outlets reported on Sunday. That's twice as many as the collection uncovered by the Panama Papers. A leak that exposed millions of financial and legal records and revealed the offshore holdings of powerful and influential people worldwide. This ain't looking good. The findings of the documents, which will be rolled out in a series of stories over the next week, exposed the secret offshore finances of about 36 world leaders, including current and former presidents, prime ministers, and heads of state. The finances of about 100 billionaires and people of extreme wealth are also included in the trove. Many use shell companies to hold luxury items, assets, such as property and yachts, as well as incognito bank accounts, The Guardian reported. This isn't looking good at all. Okay, what do we have happening here? What is going on? Oh, that's right, corruption. Oh, wow. So, when we look at the economy and we wonder, where all the money is, if you go to debtclock.org, just looking in the United States alone, you'll find out that there's over 1 trillion, 700. Is it 1 trillion? Is it one? Oh my! The debtclock.org. I can't remember the exact 176 trillion. It's 176 trillion worth of assets in the United States privately. Okay, privately. So in the United States, there's 176 trillion dollars worth of assets. Okay, what are we talking about? Assets. Oh, we're talking about luxury items such as property and yachts. 178 trillion worth in the United States. So, they've been laundering money or secretly moving money around, tax evading and everything else. So it looks like the proof is now out there. If you didn't believe it, don't worry about it. The Pandora Papers will be letting, the news sources will be showing us these stories as it unfolds, because they have the Pandora Papers, which somebody on the inside, leaked that out. So look forward to that information, that news coming out throughout the rest of this week, and we will probably see a lot of big names involved in it. All right, so that's going to conclude our news for the day. So thank you for joining us at WWTA News. If you enjoyed our video, please hit the subscribe and like button, and join us next time to follow the news in crypto, finance, and economics.